Hello viewers, this is your Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. So anyway, once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. If you're under 18. Now, with this and everything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode of Lupinranger vs. Patranger, episode 48. So basically, this episode starts off when it last left off in the previous episode. Ranger X has been kidnapped by gods and took it back to the game dimension or So anyway, Ranger X has been captured by gods and he's been took it back to the gamers dimension where he's from and God presented presented Ranger X to her boss, the Dogram. So basically the Dogram was kind of surprised and happy to see that Goss had captured Ranger X. So basically, Ranger X said, "Can I ask you a question?" And Dogman was like, "Oh, I did. What's your question?" The question is because you're going to be dead anyway very soon. So anyway, Ranger X say, "What was your reason for stealing the Lister collection and killing Mr. Austin Lecter in the first place?" So basically, Dogman respond like, "Should I have a reason for killing your master and stealing the listing collection in the listing collection?" And that's what. So basically after Dolan and answer his question like that, when Dad got pissed off and tried to charge at. Tried to charge at Boss Dongland, he was his hands and arms were bound. He was trying to charge at him, but God managed to knock out Ranger X before he charged at the boss. So basically, like God said, "Well, I'm gonna cut you up right now." So basically, the boss said, "Oh, I have a better idea." Meanwhile, the Lupinrangers back at the beach of Washington were worried about the cops. We're worried about the cops. That the Patrangers will be, they're worried about the Patrangers worried about the Patrangers might bust them anytime soon at the beach restaurant. So basically, they're trying to make plans to get away from the beach restaurant. But Legend Yellow was like, was kind of sad that that we had to leave the restaurant and run away from the restaurant because of the Patrangers, even though the people the Patrangers are not that, Lucky Yellow was like, I know that, they maybe know who we are, but honestly, the Patrangers are really not bad people. Honestly, they're the good customers. Honestly, they're the best group of customers and friends we ever had. So anyway, that's the. So anyway, that's when the Berserker showed up and told the Lupinrangers that the Berserkers came forward and told the Lupinrangers that that Ranger X has been captured by gods and we need to go free, find him and set him free from gods. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the Global Police Headquarters, last base of the Patrangers, the Patrangers were still mind blown after After Ranger X told them the truth about him being a human from a different dimension where the Gangwitch God, where the Gangwitch gang and all the Gangwitch monsters come from. So basically, Ranger X before he handed himself over to God, Ranger X came clean about him being a human from the Gangwitch dimension and whatnot. So anyway, and also before he handed himself over to God, he gave all his lifting collection to the Patranger. So basically, the Patrangers have all Ranger X's X-Trains, the Silent Striker, and the Cyclone Firefighter as well. So basically, Ranger X gave himself up to save the Patrangers and made sure all his lifting items that he got, all the X-Trains, the Silent Striker, and the Cyclone Striker, he gave it to the Patrangers. Even though with the news about the Patranger and Mr. Hilltop is kind of shocked about Ranger X being a human from the game mission. The Patranger should say like he's still a cop. We need to go say Ranger X. We need to go find a way to the game mission and say Ranger X. So anyway, so basically Jim Carter was looking for any type of disturbance or type of portal to, get to the game dimension and try to say Ranger X. And that's when Goss broadcast herself on every TV screen, every computer screen, and every phone in the city, telling the Patrangers and the Lifting Rangers that we have Ranger X at the water plant, so at some water depot somewhere in the park. So basically, at noon we're gonna execute I'm gonna execute Ranger X. So basically, if you Patrangers and Lifting Rangers want to try to stop us, this is where we at. So basically, like Goss is telling, it's broadcasting on every TV screen, every computer screen, every phone screen that I'm gonna kill Ranger X. So basically, if you Patrangers or Lifting Rangers want to stop me from doing so, here I am. I'm gonna be at the water I'm gonna be at this park, so basically where all the main water valves are at. So basically it's kind of a trap. So basically the Patranger say, I know, it's always a trap, but still we need to go say Ranger X. Now back at the beach restaurant, Mr. Congress showed up and so the Lifting Rangers got this broadcasting right now, and so basically the good stuff was you guys need to go say no, but Mr. Carter was like no, it was like no, it's indisputable. He knows this, so basically our objective is to still collect all the lifted items that are left, and also we need to get those lifted items back from the Patranger. So basically the Lifting Ranger is like, what? The Patranger say that that Goss still has some lifted items in her body safe. So basically, in her safe on her body. So basically, no matter what, sooner or later we'll have to get Goss's lifted items from her body safe. So basically, and plus we owe Ranger X. We owe Ranger X. So anyway, so basically, Mr. Carver was not happy about the Lifting Ranger school going to rescue Ranger X. So anyway, the Patranger showed up first, It showed up first at at the park where all of the main water balls were where the all those water balls that they used to water the park and shit like that. So anyway, so basically they got there. There was the first team on. There was the first Ranger team on site. So basically when they got there, they saw Ranger X. They saw Ranger X tied up to a pole, and Goss was there, and so was the boss. The Dogwang was there as well. He was just sitting in the chair, drinking wine and whatnot, while Goss and the Patranger were. While the Patrangers were fighting Goss and the foot soldiers. So basically the Patrangers broke up into the Ranger forms and took down the foot soldiers very easy. But God used her listed item that made her hit into sword to easily take down the Patrangers and force them to demorph. So basically, after Goss, forced the Rangers to demorph with her listed item that turns her hit into sword, she was about to kill Ranger X. On a live broadcast. So basically, Gotham was about to kill Ranger X, on a live broadcast throughout the city. So basically, that's when the Patranger stopped Goth. So basically, like the Patranger, the killers, you do that, plus we have for your treasure. So basically, that's when the boss Dogman got up to his feet and like, you know what? So basically, like, the boss said that you guys you literally just have a choice. A lot of people will die. I guarantee you that a lot of people in the city will die, including Ranger X, if you guys don't take off your mask. And so basically, the literally just was like, like you're joking, but the boss was not joking about that. So basically, you have a choice. Either take off your mask. I'm going to use my power to destroy to destroy everybody in the city, to kill everybody in the city, and also kill Ranger X. So basically, like you guys have a choice. Do you guys want to risk it? So basically, after some hesitation, like Licky Yellow was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's take off our masks. So basically, like Lipton Blue and Lipton Red was kind of hesitant, but like was kind of hesitant to do so because they said that figured that the boss was bluffing, but let the other say that do you guys want to live or innocent people dying on your conscience? So basically, with no choice, the listeners took off their masks in front of the Patrangers and Goth, and while the broadcast was still going on. So basically, everybody in the city knows who the Lupinrangers are now. But as for the Patrangers who were there, Patrick Green's face was distraught after he saw the identity of Lipton Yellow. So basically, so basically, like Patrick Red and Patrick Pink was like, was not in shock, but Patrick Green's face was distraught was in disarray after he saw Lipton identity. So basically, the Lupinrangers walked out and started to battle Goth. So basically, with the help of the good soldier, the Patrangers managed to free Ranger X from his chains and shit like that, and and managed to even though the Dogwang was guarding Ranger X. So basically, Even though so basically, even though things were so basically, like the Patrangers and the Lupinrangers had the upper hand. So basically, that's when God summoned a new Frankenstein dangerous monster to help her fight the Lupinrangers and the Patrangers, and that's when Doran used his faith to take all the liquid items from Goth's body set and from her monster's body set as well. Goth's boss stole her liquid items from her body set and stole the liquid items from her new Frankenstein monster for her Frankenstein monster and left her and her monster without any liquid items to fight the Rangers. So basically, after the boss used his body set to steal Goth's liquid items and the liquid items from her new Frankenstein dangerous monster, he just left Goth to deal with the Lupinrangers, and the Patrangers and Ranger X. Ranger X without any liquid items. He's like until God gave her the items and he just left. So basically, that's what went down. So anyway, Goss was kind of mind blown that the boss would screw her over like this. But her and her monster really while her and her monster was distracted that her boss took her liquor items and her monster's liquor items. The Patrangers and the Lupinrangers and Ranger managed to make it outside, and the Patrangers they gave that Ranger X his more for and literally is like, what are we gonna do now? So basically, the Patranger say we'll do it. We need to take down Goth and that monster. So basically, that's what we need to do right now. So basically, the Patrangers saying we need to all work together and take down Goth and the monster. So anyway, working together as a team, they managed to take down the monster and Goth. But in her last effort, in our last moments, Goth managed to take off her body tape and put it on her monster to make that monster grow, and she just then she blew up into pieces. So basically, in her last last effort, in her last moment, she used her body tape to make her monster grow, and the Lupinrangers summoned their Zord to form the Victory Striker Megazord, while the Patrangers watched the sideline because Patranger was kind of wounded from taking the Doran's attack when they tried to free Ranger X. So basically, the Patrangers used the good second to summon their Megazord along with Ranger X Megazord and the Lesson Magnum Megazord. So basically, working together as team, the Ranger X and the Lupinrangers managed to destroy Goth's new Frankenstein monster once and for all. So basically, with no choice, the Lupinrangers had no choice but to find a new hideout with Mr. Kagura to lay low for a while. So basically, So basically, the listing Rangers, along with Ranger X, were far away from the Patrangers, and the scene ended with Patrick Pink, but Patrick Pink company was comforting Patrick Green about Patrick Green was still in disbelief after finding out that Listen Yellow, who he liked, really is Listen Yellow. So basically, Patrick Green was devastated. So basically, Patrick Green was devastated after finding out that Listen Yellow is really is Listen Yellow, and that he likes it, and all the time he was being lied to. So basically, we see Patrick Pink was trying to comfort him, but this dude was crying and pissed off at the same time. It was just sad, and we see. And as for Pat the Red, Pat the Red just watch the Liquor Rangers and Ranger X fly away and watch Pat the Green being comforted was crying while Pat the Pink was comforting him. So basically that's how the episode ended with Patrick Red watching the Lipton Rangers and Ranger X fly away and watching his teammate Patrick Green crying in anger, being comforted by Patrick Pink. So basically, this is how the episode ended. God damn, this episode was pretty good. This episode was pretty good. It was fucking good, son. I gotta say, this episode was fucking awesome. But in a devastating way, my nigga Patrick Green was devastated. Was devastated that when Listen Yellow a bit hard to identity. My God, man. I gotta say, I never seen, I like the Patrick Green, but honestly, his face when Listen Yellow and the rest of the Listen Rangers took off their masks and he found out that Listen Yellow really is Listen Yellow. Oh my God, he was devastated. That dude was heartbroken and mad, son. I gotta say, I felt sorry to Patrick Green, man. The dude was devastated. His face was devastated when he found the girl that he liked is actually Listen Yellow. So he was devastated. But overall, this episode was fucking awesome. So basically, I can't wait to see next week's episode. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it great? Or was it okay? Or is it just Please let me know with the comments of this podcast. Anyway, like always, this is Sincere Michael signing off. 1.